Welcome back to the Demon Slayer Gaming channel. Today we're going to be continuing our Final Fantasy XIV Dungeon Guides series, and we're actually going to be taking a look at the first main scenario dungeon in Final Fantasy XIV: A Realm Reborn, Castrum, Meridianum. Now, for the main scenario quests, the cutscenes are unskippable, so it does provide a lot of time to the actual dungeon, so I would not be including the cutscenes in this dungeon, as you will be forced to watch them when you actually play through them. But to start this one off, you're going to pick up all the adds that you can in the first area. Most of the mechanics through this dungeon and the second main scenario quest will be ignored, as they take so long that your party doesn't really care about mechanics and they just want to burn it down as quick as humanly possible. So just keep that in mind as we progress through here. I will go over a few things, but like I said, 99% of all mechanics in these dungeons will end up being ignored by you and your party as you progress through them. So, pick up the initial first adds. Someone in your party will need to activate the spotlights to deactivate them, and then continue to progress, picking up adds on your way onto the first boss. Once you get to the first boss arena, I would recommend killing all of the adds before progressing in. The first boss has a frontal ability that you'll want to face him away from the rest of your team, and he will spawn many adds throughout the fight that pretty much can be picked up and tanked by anyone and then disregarded. Once the first cutscene is complete, you'll want to click on the disposal chute to be teleported to the second area. In the second area, you will once again be running and picking up several add groups. Make sure to pick up the group of enemies around the searchlight terminal, as it will need to be deactivated by one of your party members. You can avoid the spotlights that are on the ground, as they will spawn additional adds, or you can just run through them and pick them all up and everything's going to be okay. But usually most groups will stop right at the entranceway to the steam pumps here. Make sure to pick up the incendiaries, and then move in, pick up the adds, and let your teammates plant them, the incendiaries, on the pumps and blow them up. Once the pump is blown up and the adds are dead, you'll proceed back to the previous area, head towards the second boss. Picking up the second boss, you can pull him to the door over here. Adds will spawn at this door and the other one on the other side. So this will cause the adds on the other side to have to walk a very long way to reach you, and these ones can be easily picked up with just an AoE. But again, face the boss away from the team, and other than that, just focus him down, kill him. Once the boss is dead and you complete the next cutscene, Sid will appear and you'll want to pick up the identification key from the boss and then move to the next door where you have to wait for Sid to come blow it up. In the next area, there will be another group of adds along with another spotlight that will need to be deactivated. So make sure to pick up all of the adds as you progress through. Once the spotlight is deactivated, most groups will continue all the way to the right before the next boss. So once you get all the adds on you, or the other tank picks them up, then you'll want to just continue on. Making sure again to pick up all the adds as you're progressing through. And then stopping right here with all of the enemies. What this does is allows your team to use the cannons to effectively blow up the entire group of enemies very quickly. And we'll Once that is done, you will have to wait for Sid to take his sweet time reaching you, but you'll move into the area here where the boss will spawn, and wait for Sid to catch up. Once Sid does catch up, then 3 Death Claws will spawn. You'll easily kill those, and then the boss will spawn right afterwards. One tank will want to pick up the boss, and the other tank will want to pick up the adds that will spawn closer to where Sid is standing. Several of the adds will make the boss immune to all damage, and they will need to be killed by Sid, so you have to wait for him to go around blowing up those adds while you kill the other adds until the boss is actually damageable, and then killing the boss in between these different DPS phases. It does take a little bit of time, but it's not a difficult fight in any regard. Make sure to pick up the identification key, and then start progressing towards the final area. Once all the adds are dead, you'll activate both terminals to open up the final door here. Now, moving into this area, you will want to stay to the left. You'll go up the stairs, pick up the adds, jump off the stairs towards the next group, and then up the stairs, pick up those adds. This will allow your teammates to activate both spotlights, and you can drag the adds to the center of the area between the two groups. Do not move into the middle section, as when the spotlights are deactivated, all of those adds in the middle will move away. Once both the spotlights are deactivated, the boss or mini boss right now is an airship that will need to be targeted with the Magitech cannons. There are 3 of them in this central area, so your teammates should be using the Magitech cannons to attack the ship, and after a set amount of hits, it will come down. Once the airship comes down, you can go ahead and finish off the Colossus and then move into the final boss arena. This one is a 2-phase fight that you'll originally start off fighting Livia on her mech, so the mech cannot be damaged except by the cannons. So whoever originally picks up the boss will have aggro on the boss until she is hit by a cannon. Once she is hit by a cannon, whoever hits her with the cannon will pick up aggro on her until she is hit by the cannon again. So whoever has aggro should just hold her in the center of the arena. Everyone else will be killing adds as they spawn in every time she gets hit, and then using the Magitech hands to move the missiles to the cannons, and then using the cannons to damage her. Once the mech is destroyed, then the true final boss with Livia will begin. You'll want to pick up the boss and face her away from the team as she does do a large frontal cone AoE. It's actually a line AoE. The other tank will want to pick up all of the adds that spawn into the fight. You can tank all of them on top of Livia. And that should be it for the Castrum Meridianum. Thank y'all for watching. Hope this helps someone out. If it does, please make sure to like the video and subscribe to the channel. It really does help me out with making more of these for y'all. And I'll catch y'all next time.